Welcome to another video. Walk on the wild side, and I am here in Blackpool. I'm currently in my garden because I wanted to show you my new e-bike just behind me here. This is the ADO Air 1 Pro, a step-through design as you can see, with 20-inch wheels and a Bafang 250 watt motor, UK spec, with a carbon belt drive system. There's no chain on this bike, and the motor gives you assistance up to 15.5 miles an hour. Now this bike is designed for families. It's an urban bike. It's designed for carrying things. It's designed for, you can even put a child seat on the back of it as well, because that big rack on the back there you can see. And you can also do shopping in it. It's ideal for shopping, and that's what I'm going to be doing in this video. We're going to be testing this bike out on a shopping trip. Now the colour is in green. It's a nice green colour that. The green is called Morning Dew. Now it's also available in grey as well. The current price of this bike at the moment, at the time of filming, is $14.99. Now that's on offer, a Black Friday offer, which I think carries on until around about December the 8th. But if you're watching this after that time, keep an eye on the website. There will be a link in the description to the website, because the prices can go up and come down. The normal price is $16.99. It's compatible with the MIK system, MIK, which is like a locking system for bags and pannier bags, and I've actually got some right here, and I believe at the moment, check the website, that you do actually get some of these with the bike. So you'll see on the front of the bike there, we've actually got a carrying rack there. Now you can actually put this shopping basket in that rack there, and at the moment, at the time of filming, this shopping basket does actually come with the bike. And inside it, the shopping basket is called Laura, by the way. Everything's got a name. And just inside here, we've got a cooler bag. This is called Mika or Micah. I won't be using this in this video, but essentially it has this attachment on the back. Can you see? Now that locks onto the front of the bike, so you can actually lock it on the front. In fact, you don't even need all that carrier on the front there. You can just basically lock that on the front of the bike, and it's not going to go flying off. And I've also got what they call the Camel. I think it's Camel. This one is called Luca, a pannier. Well, the pannier camel bag type bag, and obviously this will go on the back there. It'll hang off the side of the frame. So I will be using this, and I'll also be using this in this video, because I'm going to be doing a bit of shopping as we test out the ADO Air 1 Pro bike. But before we do that, let's take a closer look. Okay, so let's take a closer look at the ADO Air 1 Pro. The full name of the brand is Adichie Oasis, and their tagline is "Cross Your City," because they do specialise in city bikes. Before I go any further, I just want to let you know that a lot of electric bikes that are on the market or tend to get sold are not actually legal on UK roads. This is a fully legal electric bike. Like I say, it's got a 250 watt motor, and it also has the pedal assistance. When you start turning the pedals, the motor kicks in and it helps you along. Now some of these e-bikes have more powerful motors than this one, and they also sometimes see them with a battery strap there, and they might have a throttle on as well. Now those bikes are not legal to ride on a UK road, but this one is. Now I'm just thinking, when I bought my first e-bike a few years ago, I spent a fortune on it. It was like £2,500. It was, and this one here, funny enough, has got way more features on it than that one, and it's so much less. So actually the price of this bike is actually a really, really good price for what you get and all the features you get with it. But anyway, I'm going to get on the bike now, and we're going to see how I look on the bike. I'll just kick up the stand there, step through. As you can see, as you step through there, the frame, we've got those 20-inch wheels, of course, as well. So I'm just going to sit on it now. Now I've adjusted the seat so that I'm about 6'4", so I'm quite tall, and you need to make sure that the seat is high enough so that your feet just about straight on the ground there. So I've got the seat right, and I just want to show you something as well. the seat post has actually got the battery in it. So this seat post here has actually got the battery that powers the motor in it. Isn't that clever? That is actually really, really clever. That a lot of e-bikes tend to have the batteries some in here. Imagine if you're going somewhere and you're leaving the bike outside, so you're going shopping or something like that. You might think, well, hang on a minute, couldn't someone just come along and just whip out just undo this clip here and whip out the seat and nick off with the battery? Well, no, because it's actually got a lock on it. There's actually a key mechanism down here, and if you were to go to the shops and leave your bike for a little while, you can actually lock the seat post onto the bike. So I mean, nothing's perfect, nothing is absolutely foolproof, you know. I mean, bikes get stolen all the time, don't they? And sometimes people come along with anger and crap. There's not much you can do about it. Sometimes it's a shame, isn't it? But they are a little bit of a target. It's unfortunate, but at least you know, we have got that lock on the seat there. Now, I've mentioned before that this bike has a belt drive. There's no chain, no oil, no messy oil or anything like that on this. You know, when I was riding the bike in the olden days, I was forever getting oil on my trousers. It was terrible. You used to have to tuck your trouser into your sock and all that sort of thing, didn't you? But there's none of that with this e-bike. It's a very, very clean e-bike. It's also got mud guards as well. Metal mud guards, front and rear. So if you're out in the rain, they're going to keep that spray off you and make sure that you don't get absolutely soaked with the spray off the wheels. Front suspension. It's got suspension on the front, which you can adjust for softness, hardness, and you can also lock it out as well. Okay, now I just want to show you the handlebars. These are like sort of cow horn handlebars, aren't they? And we've got a bell here. Let's try the bell. There you go. Now I'm going to turn the bike on. This is the control panel here, but I need to press the button on the seat post first. So now that that lights up on the seat post, I can now turn the bike on by holding down the button here, and we'll get the display coming on any second. Adichie Oasis, and there I have the speed setting set for miles an hour because I like miles an hour. Currently it's in speed mode setting number 1. It's got 3 modes, so we can go up to 2 and we can go up to 3, and it actually says sport down there. Now there is actually an eco mode as well, so this is set to sport mode. If you want to change it into the eco mode, which is a little bit more gentler and the battery will last longer, you can do that using the app, because you can connect an app up to this this bike. Now if I look under here, fun enough, just under here there's actually a USB. You can actually charge a phone or something off this. If you look down here, can you see that? We've got a USB-C connection there for charging a phone. How about that? And here's something else as well. You see this red switch we've got here? Well, that's indicators. This bike has actually got indicators on it. It's amazing. So I'll go left there. I'm not sure how many drivers or people would probably take too much notice of these indicators, but it's got indicators anyway, and I think that is actually quite cool. And they're those indicators that sort of, they're like animated indicators, you know, like on the new cars. I think they're really, really cool then. We've also got hydraulic brakes. Hydraulic brakes, these are really, really good. The brakes on this bike are so good. Yeah, and we've got the 2-speed as well. We've got the 2 gears, automatic gearbox. There you go. Okay, I've just turned the bike round so you can have a look at the other side. It's actually got the tagline on this side. You can only just see it actually, it's very subtle. Cross your city, it says right there. I forgot to mention it is actually disc brakes that it's got on this bike. They're standard on the ADL bikes. Really, really nice disc brakes. I think that the brand is Tektro on the brakes. Something else I want to mention as well is that the range on this bike is said to be up to 60 miles, but I would take that with quite a big pinch of salt, because someone like me, I must weigh the better part of 16 stone. I'm quite a big lad, and riding this bike I would tend to ride it in one of the high up modes, you know, the sport mode and that, so I don't think that I would get anywhere near 60 miles out of this bike. Now if you're riding it in the eco mode and you're using the just the minimal assistance and all that, maybe you could get up to that, I don't know, but I would take that with a bit of a pinch of salt. I told you that the battery is inside the seat post. Now to take it off, you just undo this cable. You've got the power cable there, so that comes off. Now, if you want to charge the battery on its own without taking the bike into your house or whatever to charge it, I'm just going to take it off. I'm going to use the key now to unlock this. And once that's unlocked, we can then pull apart this button there, and then that opens up. And now we can pull out the whole battery. Look at that now. And now we can charge that inside the house, so you don't need to take the whole bike inside the house to charge it. But I'll just put that back in there for a second, lock it back up again. Something else as well I forgot to mention before, it's got fold up pedals. So to fold the pedals up, you pull that thing there, and that just helps a little bit. If you've got a bit of a tight space, you can fold the pedals up. It just makes it a little bit easier to get into a tight space. And also the lights as well. I just want to show you the lights. We've got lights. It's got a front and back light, and you turn these on by holding down the plus button on the control panel. Okay, so we're almost ready to go shopping, but I just wanted to quickly show you some of the accessories, optional accessories that you can get for the bike. I've got like a nice laptop bag here, and what I thought I'd do is I'd stick a laptop in it. So I've got a laptop here. This is a backpack, by the way, so you can actually wear it. So let's put that in there and we'll zip it up. And this has got that a lock on the front, or so to say on the back. It's actually got a lock on the back there that locks onto this thing in the basket here. It's that system I was talking about, that locking system, so you can actually lock that bag onto there. And so I'll just leave that there for now. We've also got another bag here, very, very nice bags these actually. This is more like a sort of pannier style bag, this one. Some very nice bags. I'm not going to be using these bags, but I will show you the bags that I am going to use. Right, okay, so these are the bags that I'm going to use. I've got like a little shopping basket here, which I showed you before, and I explained before that does lock. It clips onto that contraption there, so it won't go flying off. Let's just lock that on, shall we? And then you put the switch across, and that keeps it in there. So this is the pannier style bag here, and I'm now going to put this onto the frame at the back. So I'm going to be filling this up when I go to the shop. I'm going to be filling it as much weight as I can, so we can give it a good test and see how the bike handles it. So we'll clip this onto the back here now, and you slide this thing over, and that locks it into place. And there you go. And that's the pannier style bag on, and the shopping basket on the front. It's time to go shopping. Now then, look at these blue skies we've got here in Blackpool. This is the Blackpool stand, but I am leaving Blackpool and I'm heading that way to St Anne's on quite a long shopping trip, which will be a good test for this bike. It's over 3 miles. And you'll see I've got my helmet on. Yes, I'm being a good boy in this video. Make sure you wear a bike helmet when you're out cycling. And you can see I've got the basket on the front here, and I've also got the bag on the back, so I'm ready for my shopping trip. I'm going to fill this up, I'm going to fill that up. I'm heading to, well, quite a posh supermarket actually in St Anne's, and I think the long ride we'll be able to get a good little test out of the bike. So let's head off to St Anne's. Okay, here we go. I'm riding into the sunshine. Okay, so I'm now setting off on my epic 7-mile round shopping trip to St Anne's. It'll be a good test of the bike. I've got the wind behind me, about a 15-mile-an-hour breeze. That'll be in front of me on the way back. And I'm starting off in the lowest power mode on this bike, and that's eco mode, setting number 1. And it's, you know what, it's just guiding me along nicely. I'm only doing about 7 miles an hour. Nice gentle mode, eco setting number 1. Now I've just felt the gear go up. This is a 2-speed automatic gearbox on this bike, and I don't know if I mentioned that before, but it's just gone up a gear. I'm doing about 10 miles an hour, just going along nicely actually in eco mode setting number 1, just keeping the pedals turning. But we're going to step it up to number 2 eco mode. Funny enough, I don't really feel a whole lot of difference there. I'm going to put it up to number 3. It's very, very subtle. Very subtle. Okay, I decided to leave it in eco mode because I'm cruising along quite nicely actually. Yeah, it's that. I wasn't sure whether it would be enough for me, but it's alright. So I think I probably would consider using the eco mode. Oh, I can hear sirens. It's kicking off. But I'm just coming to the end of this cycle lane now. So I'm now going to be heading onto the road, a busy road, battling with the traffic on the road, so we'll see how I do. Yeah, that eco mode is really carrying me along nicely. Doing about 13 miles an hour now. I'm going to have to get back onto the road now because the cycle lane has come to an end. I do have the wind behind me though, so that has to be taken into consideration. I think when I'm coming back and I'm riding into the wind, I think I'm going to be using the other mode to help me along, the sport mode. But anyway, let's get onto the road, shall we? It's a very busy road, this. Here we go. Eco mode setting number 3. I mean, to be honest, 1 and 2 they were okay, but it's funny, but I didn't really feel a whole lot of difference in power between the modes, really, to be honest. But setting number 3 is carrying us along quite nicely at about 12 miles an hour. I do like to cruise at around about 12. Remember, it will do up to 15.5 miles an hour with the assistance before the assistance cuts out, and that's the UK and Europe. That's the law. At least we do have a little bit of a cycle lane here on this road, the main road between Blackpool and St Anne's. And yeah, going along very nicely. I can feel the gear, you know, when you slow down and then you speed up again. I can feel it switch gears. It's really smooth as well. Okay, we've now reached St Anne's, the main road here. I'm going to turn left. Got a way to go yet. I'm using the indicators as well to turn left here, which is is it a bit of a gimmick? Probably more useful at night, I think, because drivers would probably more likely see the indicators. But here we go, into St Anne's Square. Oh, they've recently redone all this and made it much bigger for pedestrians, pedestrianised it. So I've got to ride all the way down here, about a mile. Let's stop for these people here. And we carry on my epic shopping trip on the ADO Air 1 Pro. Okay, I've just come over the bridge there, the railway bridge, and I had to give it a little bit of effort going over there, you know, yeah? Going over that railway bridge there, I thought the gear would have stepped down. The gear didn't step down. I was hoping that, and then that's one thing, I suppose, with the automatic gearbox. It'll do what it does, won't it? I suppose it's to do with the speed. It did seem to be in quite a high gear when I went over when I was going up the bridge. Whew. This is the longest shopping trip I have ever done on a bike, but you know what? It's pretty enjoyable, you know. So far I've only used the eco mode, and I've done pretty well so far, hardly any effort at all. There was just that bit going up the bridge where I thought it could have switched down a gear to make it a bit easier. I've still got about half a mile to go, and remember, when I'm coming back, this will be full up. I'll have my basket full up of shopping and I'll be riding into the wind, so I think I'll be using the more powerful mode. Anyway, let's carry on. Oh, here we go. Right, okay, I've just nipped off the main road onto this side road because I wanted to try the brakes out, and these brakes are very, very good on this bike. My goodness, we've got those disc brakes, haven't we? So I got up to the top speed. We're coming to the end of this road here now, and I'm going to slap on the brakes. Let's see. Oh, bit of a skid there. No problem stopping whatsoever. Anyway, let's carry on. Oh, big puddle there. Wow. So I've had a bit of rain lately. Here we are. Turn right here. I'll put the indicator on. What use it'll be, I don't know, but I'll also indicate by arm as well. I'll put my arm out as well. Coming in now. Oh, now this is handy. We've got bike racks just here, right at the entrance. Look at this. There we go. Okay, so I'll just lock it to here using this bike lock I've got. Don't forget that the battery is locked, so it's not easy to nick off with the battery. So that's it locked there. I'm going to take my basket off the front. I'll take the basket in the shop. Let's go and do some shopping. Now then, what shall I get? I want to get some things that are quite heavy. So let's see what we can see, shall we? Oh look, I've spotted the beer section. I'll have to get myself some beer, won't I? These will be heavy, won't they? Bottles. I want to get a bottle, but I think I might get a bottle of wine actually. Yeah, a bottle of wine, but I'll have a look and see what I can get of this. Now then, I don't have too much idea of wine, and I don't want to pay too much, but I think I'll go for this one, shall I? Beef Steak Club, Malbec, Argentina. I'll get that, shall I? Right, okay. This is probably not my favourite beer, but I don't want to get too many bottles, so I'll try this, shall I? Hobgoblin in cans. I better make sure I don't get too much that I can't fit it all in. I'll get a big carton of milk. Myself a loaf of bread. Right, okay, here we go. I hope I didn't get too much that I can't fit it in this bag, but I've got my basket and I can put that on the front of the bag. That's pretty full up. I didn't just buy beer and wine, by the way. I bought a few other things as well. So we'll clip that onto the front. That on there. That's nicely on there. Now to put stuff in the saddle bag, shall we? Now I've got a bit of packing in here for the bottles of wine. I'll put my milk in first. And then we'll put one of the bottles of wine in. Oh, I hope they survived the trip. Pack that in a little bit. Another bottle of wine. Right. I got some bread. Cereal. Crisps. Some broccoli. Ooh, and some nice cakes. There you go. And this is just for me to eat right now because I'm starving. Right. Let's see if I can close this. There you go. I'll just make that a bit longer. Right. All ready for the trip home. Just look how full that saddlebag is there. My goodness, I'm carrying some weight here, aren't I? And it's a bit of a long trip back. So let's go. Do is I'm going to change the drive mode now. We're going to go from eco. As you can see, it says it's in eco mode there. Okay, you can see it says sport mode there. Time to get going again. So, cruising along here. About 10. I'm going into the wind now, but the bike is carrying me along quite nicely. But I'm gonna step it up to number 2. We're doing it about 11 to 12, quite easily. Just got to keep the pedals turning. Let's go up to 2. See if I feel a difference. You know, it's funny, but I don't really feel a massive difference between setting number 1 and number 2 in sport mode. But it was just changed gear on me now. I just felt that gear change. It's a lovely gear change, I have to say. Can't hear the motor either. Cannot hear the motor on this bike. I've got other bikes where you can hear the motor quite easily. But this one, it's very, very quiet. I'm now going to go up to number 3. And we're just getting up to the speed limit there, 15.5. That's where the motor cuts out. Although it doesn't feel like it just suddenly cuts out on you. You know, if you can go faster than that, obviously it's going to be under your own steam when you go beyond 15.5. But it doesn't always feel obvious that you see. Oh, I'll tell you what though, the wind is coming right at me. What a difference to when I was coming down, because I had the wind behind me. Well, and now I've got it coming right at me. Just up here, get myself onto the cycle lane now here, and we're going around the back of the airport this time. The back of Blackpool Airport. Landing lights there, look, for the airport. Right, okay. Just coming back into Blackpool now, and it's all changed around here. Yeah, look at this here. It's all new. They're building a new road just here that goes into the, not into the airport, but into the, there's like a business centre that goes around the side. And it's all changed around here. But you know what? I might do this more often, this, because I think it's been fun riding all the way to St Anne to do my shopping. And although I've got that extra weight on it, all that, those wine bottles and the beer, it's not affecting. Riding into the wind as well, no problem at all for the ADO Air 1 Pro. Alright, okay, I am now safely back home. What a shopping trip that was. Hey, I'll have to do that more often. You'll notice that I switched the bag to the other side because it was catching on the wheel on this side. I think it's to do with the amount of weight I put in it. I put a lot of weight in it and it seemed to be hanging over at the bottom. That was brilliant. The bike is absolutely amazing. The seat as well, I forgot to mention, this seat is really comfortable. So I've just been riding into the wind on the way back with all this weight and it handled it with ease. I was a little bit breathless at times, and that's because you do have to give it a little bit of effort. You know, if it was just a normal bike without a motor, you'd be really out of breath, I tell you. But that's the beauty of an electric bike. You're getting a little bit of exercise as well as having that assistance as well. I mentioned that I had a little bit of a problem with the bag on the back. No problem at all with the bag on the front. I'm going to take that off now, unlock it, and take that out. And now that's my shopping. Some of my shopping anyway I can take inside. So there you go, the ADO Air 1 Pro multi-purpose e-bike. The price at the time of filming is $14.99. The normal price is $16.99. I'll put a link in the description to the website. Keep an eye on it. So even if you're watching this video after December the 8th, 2025, don't worry, because the bike might come down in price again. And battery power, well, let's see what the battery power's on. So I've actually done about 10 miles today, and if you have a look at the battery on there, it's gone down a bit. I still don't think I'll be able to get that 60 miles out of it myself, but there's plenty of battery life there. I'll be able to do that trip quite a few times, I think. So there you go, that's it for this video. I hope you like it. If you like the video, hit the like button and also hit subscribe and tick the bell for notifications of new videos, and I'll see you again on the next one. Right, let's get this shopping in. I'm hungry now. Oh, there we go.